click this button and then say, yo, what up? How's it going?
Going good. Yeah, we're here trying Chaos Gaming one more time.
Hey, we love Chaos Gaming. So I read your pitch and uh, hit me with it again for the viewers at home. What's going on with this cool
So
Chaos Godzilla deck?
my very first deck I actually built and like spent a lot of time playing. What got me to Nationals first year I played was Chaos Tokoyami, and seeing big number with 5 diff and broken Tokoyami 5 diff attack with City Rampage being a pseudo Dark Shadow was all the hit temptation I needed. Also with the Oceania finals match, and just kind of like, well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
And here we are.
here we are. Okay. So my question for you then, obviously, like, there's the blueprint. What do you need help with? Go ahead.
I normally I handle like a 80, 90 card deck, but this time I was like, we'll go 75. I think it is
70
70.
even. 70 even.
Uh, just more trying to cut it and any like cool little techs and tricks and like this card's better than this card type situation.
Sure. What number do you want it to be?
I I'm used to playing seven-hander, so I want to say 68, but let's go with 63.
63?
Sounds
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Feels
Six,
nice.
63 is acceptable. 63 means that I'm supposed to play 30 or 21 attacks. We're going to go a little heavier because it's not that draw power is impossible, but your character cheats progressive. And so a lot of times these 5 diffs are not 5 diffs, but they are indeed 4 diffs. And so drawing more
Yes.
than a couple of them is okay. So the very first thing that I want to cut is Deception Dagger. This card is good. This card is not great. The its momentum enhance of the stun 2 is very cool, but it is not useful on the other attacks in the deck, except for Walk the Dog, which we don't need to add stun to, and Black Abyss, which is fine, right? If we wanted to do like
Yeah.
a true chaos weapons deck, I'd be down. But that
I
is
just play
not
Toga
what we're
3.
doing. You just play Toga 3. And so like I want Deception Dagger. I just don't think it needs to exist in the deck.
That's fine.
The next weird card is Death Arms Wallop. 5 low for 4, 5 low for 7 in Godzilla. That gets kind of big, but it's like a control piece. It's weird because it flips the Committed Rival Foundation. What are your thoughts on this card?
I've seen it do really, really well, but my idea with it was Godzilla, discard momentum for +2 to my next check, and then whatever I've left, just powerful it, and then just give it a butt ton of speed.
Okay.
And
I mean,
if this one doesn't kill, the next one will.
I don't hate this. I do want to put it at the 1 of though, because I think this is a really cool tech piece. But is it better than like what Heat Ray is doing? And the answer is Heat Ray is just a faster move, right?
Yeah.
In order for your Death Arms Wallop to get to the +2 speed, it meant that you had to powerful it and use Godzilla, or powerful it twice or whatever. And even then,
Yeah.
I don't think it comes anywhere close to the damage that Heat Ray does for already the same amount of speed.
Yeah.
Like, I think that Heat Ray is just undeniably just a better, stronger card. And then lastly, Stomp not being at a 4 of is interesting.
I was looking at Destructive Slam as
Mhm.
like the quote unquote fourth copy, just because it's a big throw.
Sure. I do think because of the response on this card always gets blocked though, like every single time.
Yeah.
Because like I'm not allowed to just let you destroy to have one of my foundations be destroyed. It's just not possible. Which means that this is not a 7 damage move. It is a 4 damage move pretty much always. Which sometimes Smashing Stomp, it gets blocked because I'm not allowed to let you draw the card. But it says that when I Black Abyss or I Walk the Dog afterwards, that like I'm not dealing 4 damage, I'm dealing 9 damage. And so like
Yeah.
there's an idea where like the Chaos Godzilla that did well at the OCE was running this all low package for a reason. And your weird tech of the Death Arms Wallop instead of or as the additional card might just be like the idea to be played rather than the Destructive Slam.
Yeah.
With that said, I do not think Destructive Slam is a bad choice in Godzilla. It is just going a little off kilter of like what this all lows Chaos Godzilla from the OC was like attempting to do,
Which, as a funny haha for myself, my Tokoyami deck was mostly mono high,
Uh-huh.
and so I'm doing a chaos with mono low, basically.
Sure. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes total sense to me. City Rampage, being a 3 of. Normally in your Godzilla decks, you want this to be a 4 of. Is there any reason you've cut the one copy?
I was trying to keep actions like not where I didn't just draw 6 actions. Like, well, I'll pass.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
Played City Rampage on a 5 and passed turn.
Yeah, that is unlikely. It is unlikely, but I get it.
I've had
I get
some
where you're at.
astronomically horrible luck.
Okay. I mean, if that's the case, just use Godzilla and blow up the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get rid of these. That's fine. Okay, so Friends of Animals, I think is really, really cool. It's a 3/5 2 high block, but I actually am a really big fan of the idea of let me go find it. Standard. I don't remember what it is called, but I will find it. Page 2. Hiding in plain sight. So hiding does the exact same thing as Friends of Animals, asterisks, right? Here's the trade-off. Friends of Animals is a playable or committed card where hiding in plain sight is not. Friends of Animals can go get you Black Abyss, so it's an extra +1/+1, where hiding in plain sight is not. But my trade-off is hiding in plain sight is a 2/5 and not a 3/5, so building them is significantly easier because we have 4 Friends of Animals and 4 History's Greatest Monster, and so and Vast Hybrid, so we've got 9 3-diffs that we are playing here. Followed by, when my rival is half dead, this is +4 to my check for 1 card. Right?
Yeah.
Where Friends of Animals is +3 because we committed the card. We committed Friends of Animals and then removed Friends of Animals to do the thing.
Yeah.
Is it correct to play 4 Friends of Animals? I think so. Is it correct to play the 4 hiding in plain sight? I think so. It just really depends on like which one do you prefer more, because the top response of Friends of Animals isn't going to get played, and there's no way to cheat this in because you're not playing the ally package, right? You're not playing the flock.
Yeah.
And so you get to make the call, Friends of Animals in or hiding in plain sight in. Could it be like a 2-2 split? Could it be a 3-1 split? Is it 4-0? What are your thoughts here?
A 3-1 split with Friends of Animals at the 1 and then hiding at the 3.
Okay.
Just because having that option of saying I want to throw a Black Abyss into momentum can help sometimes.
I don't disagree. I mean, I think it's very cool.
And that's why Force Quirk activation is also there, just because I can go, I want this in momentum now.
Correct. Yeah. If the idea is we were cutting it down to, you said 63, I think?
3. Yeah.
So I have to cut 5 cards. The easiest cards to cut as we look at our block zones, let's see, 21, 20, 26. Let's cut some low blocks. Broken Psyche as a 4 of is a little much. When we can take it, we can put a couple in the sideboard. Easily could exist as a 2 of. Same thing with Nice Try being at like a 3 of. Struggling being at like a 3 of. Just instantly cutting 4 blocks, right? Making this a little lower. If I cut one more low block, what does that look like? I mean, it could just be the training, right? I understand this is +1 speed, but without like doubling this up, the +1 speed isn't really going to be that much of a difference maker. If that makes sense.
my idea with the training with Gunhead was because my game plan will revolve how I will try to play it will be City Rampage always, so it will always be active.
Uh-huh. If that's the case, why not we make training with Gunhead a more than one copy, so that you just
Yeah,
like blow them out with speed and damage. Like imagine Godzilla giving +3/+3 because of the plus to the check, rather than
it'd be +3/+4, +2/+4 with City Rampage and on in
sure,
Cardwell.
sure. But I think that we should just play. If the goal is to
Yeah,
be aggressive, then like let's be aggressive, right? Let's put training up to the 3 of, and let's cut some of these
yep,
other cards, right? Like let's take struggling and bring it down to the 1 of. Let's take nice try, bring it down to a 2 of, right? Let's get rid of these defensive pieces,
yeah.
that are here, and now 21. Thoughts?
I like it.
Okay. So for everything else, if we were to make some little micro cuts, I think force quirk activation being at a 2 of is not necessary whenever we have hiding in plain sight, and the friends of animals. I know that's a good card, but I would probably put it at the 1 of, and then maybe look at moving something else up, especially. And we also have vast hybrid, right? As like that snaps
Yeah,
momentum as well. Like I think the 1 of is actually like a really cool split idea.
and then you can put City's Rampage at the 4, and that's still 63,
Yeah,
and it keeps the same block zones.
certainly does. Yeah, I don't hate this. Um, yeah, this is neat.
Now I just don't want to spend the money on Black Abyss because that's the $200 playset.
It certainly is. It certainly is. Here is what you do in the meantime. You cut the Black Abyss, and you just put in 4 copies of Vast Chimera. You just put in 4 copies of Kraken.
I have exactly one.
You put in 1 copy of Kraken, and then maybe just more Death Arms Wallop. Or Destructive Slam. I think Destructive Slam is also like a decent replacement for like a budget build when you're getting more, right?
Yeah.
How many Black Abysses do you have?
0.
That's a bad number.
Yeah, because I was trying to stick away from Chaos for a good little bit for a reason.
Sure.
You play
That's
it for
fair.
a year and you're like, I want to play something different.
I get it. I get it fully. Any final thoughts before I send you on your way tonight? You
Can
brought
you
me
cut
a.
the hiding from plain sight out of the sideboard so I have an actual sideboard? Because
Oh,
my
sure.
brain will forget.
Yeah, that is okay.
Yeah. Thoughts on the league handler in Godzilla?
I think it all goes back to the idea of the, 3 diff, and how many 3 diffs you're playing. I would rather see like a third incredible display exist in the board if you have the third one, or even like the 4th copy of Runaway to deal with attack cards rather than
Yeah.
League Handler, just because it's the 3 diff, and I'd be nervous about it. Right? If you're put in League Handler, you have to cut something like a history's greatest monster, and like, are we
Which I
allowed to
wouldn't
do
mind
that?
cutting one.
Sure.
Like
Okay.
in a stringy deck where I have to play more defensive because they're extremely aggro, cutting a history's greatest monster for a league handler isn't a bad idea.
Okay. I don't hate it then. If as long as we have a game plan for League Handler, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate your time tonight. I do, and I appreciate your support on Patreon. So stay on the line long enough for me to shoot you the list, and you have a good rest of your night. Am I going to see you in
Hey,
St.
man.
Louis?
No, if you're going to Atlanta, you'll see me there though.
I will see you in Atlanta. Easy peasy. All right, buddy. You have a good one.
All right.